Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Christina and I like to colour. It is 2026, yay! New year, new everything, new goals, new plan for life, new health, new everything. I hope everyone had a really good New Year's or a really quiet New Year's or whatever kind of New Year's you wanted. Me personally, I went to bed at about 7:30 after watching the Stranger Things finale. Yes, I watched Stranger Things. Not too sure about the ending. I don't know. Yeah, just not too sure. Not too sure if I liked it or didn't like it. Anyway, this is my video showing what I got done for December. It wasn't as much as what I hoped because, well, Christmas. So this is the Merry Christmas one. And I did these baubles. I wanted to make them shiny and glittery and they kind of didn't. I had iridescent medium on this one and some glitter on this one and some glittery on that one. I enjoyed doing this one. I wanted to try and keep the cooler colours to the back and the warmer colours to the front to try and make them go back and these come forward. I'm not too unhappy. I don't know if that makes sense. Too many negatives there, I think. Not too unhappy. So I'm happy with how this one turned out. I could have spent a lot more time doing it, yes, but I didn't. I think I used pan pastels on this one just to try and see if they would help, and with this green as well. Because red is really hard to find a really light red in the coloured pencils. I haven't found one that I like yet, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. So this is the next one. This is Hannah Carlson's Merry Christmas. And I did two in this one. I did this snow globe here, which I'm relatively happy with. I wanted this to be a wood base, glowing, not glowing, but you know, a little bit of reflection around there, the reflected paint there, the glitter inside the globe. I don't know if it shows on there, but I can definitely see it. There's lots of glitter. And these were annoying to do, but you know, necessary for a background. Like I've said many times, backgrounds are not my favorite thing, but they make the picture, don't they? I have just been for a walk. I had to put sunscreen on, even though it's the morning. It is really hot here, so I put sunscreen on because I don't want to get cancer now, do I? Anyway, because it's hot, I've got sunscreen on. Everything is slipping everywhere. It's like I'm covered in sweat, but it's sunscreen and it's just so slippery and icky. Oh, I do want to say I've finished radiation. I finished yesterday and I see my oncologist tomorrow. And that's to start the 5 years of hormone therapy, which I don't know if I'm going to do. I've been thoroughly investigating it and the side effects seem really bad for some people, so I'll give it a try, but if it's horrible then I'm not going to do it. I'll choose quality of life over quantity. This is the bells. Obviously I like the gold that I did. I got that from Sarah Renee Clark. She had a video on how to colour gold, and I decided to give that a try because the Prismacolor gold pencil just isn't that great. I wanted the background to be bokerish. It's very hard to get those large, you know, spinny things, can't think of what their name is, dauber or whatever it is, into these little gaps here, which is annoying. But so it would have looked better if I could have got half a circle here and half a circle there. But overall, I'm happy with the background. The green and the red and the gold stands out with its reflections and its little dongly things, whatever they are. Apologies if there is any noise. It is school holidays here still. It's summer, so we have they have 6 weeks school holidays and everyone is home. And finally I did Dark Fairytales. I think I did 2 in here, didn't I can't remember. Yes, I forgot about this one. So I did one more than what I thought I did. This one I wanted a dismal background because she doesn't seem too happy, to be honest, and if she's thinking about him then I can see why she's not too happy. And his little minions on the tree and the dead people. This to me was barbed wire. These were tree branches that came from here because they all look pretty similar. The tree I actually enjoyed doing. It was fun. And I added snow to just to give it like a Christmassy effect, and little bits of glitter, that galaxy glitter or whatever that I have. But yeah, I like that one. And this was the final one that I did in December. Well, the second final one, because I did start this one. It was really difficult because I tried to think of a different way to do the greens and that, fantasy greens and that, fantasy plants. So I thought about doing them purple or something like that, but the best way in my mind to do it was going to be green because I wanted the red up here. So to make the red come out, I had to stick with the normal colours that these would be, and it kind of made him disappear. You could actually have a really good look in order to see him there. I tried to use white pastel and white charcoal pencils to get the fur on here, but this paper isn't, you can't, I had trouble after using the pan pastels to get the white on there. I can on other paper, but on this paper I just couldn't do it, so I have to figure out another way to do that, which I'm going to try and do on this one. These two girls here, obviously these two over here, but they're not, I decided to change their clothes, their dresses, so this is a different day, she's dyed her hair and she's turned blonde, or whoever is, I don't know. But yeah, the reflection on here, the white gel pen, the Prismacolors, I think, pan pastels. Pan pastels definitely, they're not great for small spots, but they are good for blending and making smoky things and for darkening things. So if you've got small areas, you can do it, but you're going to make a mess. They are very messy and you need a fixative. And these things here that I use for the pan pastels most of the time, you can see they're not tiny. They can't get in here neatly like a pencil can. So that's the only downside, or two downsides to pan pastels. They are messy and they're a little bit difficult to get into tight spots. But other than that, I do like them. And this one here I started working on in December and I'm finishing it hopefully today. This is obviously them, but on a different day. She's, changed up everything. Obviously this is Rose Red. This is Snow White. I think that's their names. And I haven't done the background yet, but most of it, the majority of it is done. I just need to reinforce the darks and the lights and the highlights and things like that and get all these done. And I'm going to try and figure out how to get hair on them with using, I probably won't use pan pastels on them because they're fairly small. But yeah, that is what I have done for December. In January I've gotten off to a slow start. I don't know, it's the 6th today I think. I should be finished that page, but I just had a couple of days off. So yeah, I will be doing my June, it's actually my July to December haul, because I was going to do them every 3 months, but I got cancer and didn't feel like doing it in October. So I'm going to do it every 6 months. So this is going to be my 6-month haul video that I'm working on next, and that should hopefully be up tomorrow evening sometime. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. This is what I got done, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.